This is our press conference after the second semifinal game of the NCAA Division III Women's Basketball Championship being held this weekend at Calvin College in Grand Rapids, Michigan. Our guests for this press conference are from Montclair State University, Coach Karen Harvey, and players Janitza Aquino and Melissa Toby. We'll invite Coach Harvey to make some opening comments and then open the floor to your questions.
Thanks very much. You know, obviously, this is tough for us right now. But I thought we played really tough. I thought we battled. I thought we played with a lot of heart. I thought George Fox was a little bit better than us today. They did a good job in their press, and they got us out of some things that we like to do. We struggled to execute a little bit on the offensive end, turn the ball over more than we normally would, and they did a good job on the boards. And I said before we got to this game, no matter the outcome, I'm extremely proud of my program and my players and the two players to the right of me, and I couldn't be more proud of our, all of our players today. They really stepped up, and our freshmen and our sophomores, especially our two freshmen today, played unbelievable and gave it everything they had. And we'll be ready to go tomorrow. And disappointed, obviously, that we're not playing in the championship game, but we'll be ready to go tomorrow and look for the opportunity to end our season on a win.
Yes, this is for all three of you if you would like to respond. Obviously, like you said, and you touched upon it, that you still have a game tomorrow that you have to prepare for. Is there anything that you're looking to just send the message for tomorrow and also beyond, being this was the first Final Four for the program in the NCAAs, just for the future of the program as well as getting ready for tomorrow?
I think one thing that is especially great about our program is our character and our mental toughness. And I think that's one thing we can show tomorrow, because coming off of a loss, it's not easy to turn around and have to play another tough game. But I think we're going to be ready, and we'll take tonight and prepare ourselves for tomorrow. And I think it'll say a lot if we can still go out and play our hardest. And we're still in Michigan, still coaches state, so we still want to try and get a win for her here, so we have one more shot.
This is a question for one of the two seniors. This is a young team this year. Many of these freshmen, this is their first appearance and being in the Final Four. So as the two seniors on the team, what's the message you're sending to the younger players when things aren't going your way?
I think it's really just to keep working at it. We've had a lot of games where things haven't gone our way, but that's the best part about having such a young team. They learn to step up, in big moments, and I think that's only going to help them for the future. We do have a young team, but they know what it's like to be in the NCAA. So when they get there again, they're not going to be as nervous. But it definitely taught them to step up at big moments, and they definitely did that.
I also would like to just credit my teammates tonight, especially the underclassmen. They really showed up to play, and they more than held their own, and that says a lot about them. And our bench, everyone was so involved, and on a night where it probably didn't go my way, as a personal player, it really meant a lot that they stepped up and they gave it everything they could while they were on the court.
And talk about the sequence when Melissa picked up her third foul. I mean, that's a tough decision there, and I mean, ironically, it looked like a missed box out that led to that third foul. So you want to get people on the boards, yet you wrestle. That's a tough decision. What went through your mind there? Did you have a set number of minutes you wanted her to sit, maybe to the next media timeout?
Yeah, you're talking about when she picked up her third, or when she picked up her fourth?
Third.
When she picked up her third, yeah. Yeah, it's tough. We ask a lot of Melissa, and Melissa has the ability to guard a guard, and we can do some switching, and it makes us a better defensive team when we do that. But there's times where we definitely put her at risk, and we tried to be a little careful, But I think Melissa has said this before, like she's got to play, or she's not herself, and then there's no point in having her on the court. But it makes a difference when Melissa's not on the court, and we tried to go as long as we could. But we could sort of feel the momentum. I mean, we wanted to get to the 10-minute mark, and we had a 5-point game at the 10-minute mark, and by the time we got Melissa in, it was a 10-point game at the 9-minute and 30-second mark. So we lost it in that 30 seconds, you know. So that's really tough. But a lot of that happens to Melissa on help side defense, or it happens to her on somebody misses a box out. You know, I get on her for it, but most of the time it's not, you know, it's usually something else that's happened. It's not her fault. She's trying to help.
Just talk about George Fox's defense. I mean, I thought they were relentless all game.
Yep.
I mean, the best defensive team I've seen. Would you
I
agree?
agree. I thought they were the best. I said it in the locker room. We got to give George Fox credit, even though, you know, that hurts a little bit. But I thought that they played a tremendous. I mean, their defense is tenacious, and the way that their press. If you haven't played that press, played against that press, I don't think you can fully practice. You know, you can't get your team to simulate the way they do that. And I thought they were relentless. I thought they did it. They were constantly chasing the ball, and they made it really difficult. They jumped the ball screens, and that made it tough. And you know, yeah, I thought they were one of the best defensive teams I've seen, and they have length to be able to do that. You know, so yeah, I thought they did a great job on defense.
You know, and your press is strong too, but just it's got to be extra frustrating when you can't score to get into a press. Is that a fair assessment, Melissa?
Yes, that's exactly. Those are my thoughts. It's hard when you're not scoring because then we can't play how we want to play, and you know, I think that hurt us at points when we couldn't get into our press. But you know, like I said, everyone played so hard, and I think everyone left it all on the floor. So credit goes to George Fox. They played a great game. They had a good game plan. Their defense was, as Coach said, tenacious, and they did a nice job. So they get the credit. They were the better team tonight.
As a shooter, what's it like to shoot in a building like this, a big building with the backdrop's a little different?
I mean, it's different, but you know, I don't think there's any type of excuses. You know, at points I wasn't taking the right shots that I should have. You know, when they weren't falling in, I thought I maybe should have gone to the basket, but you know, it's just one of those days where things just aren't going my way. You know, but like Melissa said, we have to give a lot of credit to the younger girls who really stepped up. You know, so when things aren't going our way, you know, they're doing a good job of, you know, taking those shots that they need to take, getting the stops and the rebounds that we need. So.
Yep. And can I just say one more thing? You know, these two are do a tremendous job as leaders and taking, you know, 100% of the blame and you know, saying, oh, it wasn't my day, it wasn't this day. You know, they also were our two leading scorers, and it would have been a blowout if it wouldn't have been for the two of them. And you know, and if it wasn't for the two of them, we wouldn't be at the Final Four. So I mean, our younger players did a tremendous job today. Their teammates, we all did a tremendous job today. But so did the players to the right of me, and I couldn't be more proud of Melissa and Janitza and everything that they've done this year, and how many times they've stepped up and brought us back time and time and time again. Today it didn't happen, but it's happened 10 or 12 other times during the season. So you know, I'm very proud of them, and they're very gracious in the, you know, in defeat for sure.
One more yet?
I think it's one of the few championships where there is a third place game, and you like, from a coaching perspective, having one more chance to go out
I don't know if I know until tomorrow, to be honest. You know, I don't know. It kind of I mean, I was like, I don't know. But then I kind of looked at their faces and looked, you know, how upset they were in the locker room. And I think that if we can change our focus, like, when do you ever get a chance to maybe redo a couple things that you'd like to do better? So opportunity to maybe do some things that we'd like to do a little bit better before we end our season. I mean, I'm kind of in on that. So
how special will it be to go out with the two people on your right one more time tomorrow night?
that's what I mean. Like, you know, I mean, I'll take another game with these guys any day for sure. Yep.